Welcome back for another video. So today I'm going to be cleaning out my 2 bog filters that I have on my pond. At the moment my pond is leaking. As you can see, there's no water in here, no fish. I do have my fish over in those 2 IBC tanks over there. The hole I have is right over there. So when my patch comes, I'll patch that. Otherwise I'm going to be cleaning this bog and that bog over there. First I'll start on this one. So how I'm going to be cleaning these today, I'm going to try using out this air blower, which typically comes off of your filter, or if you have a filter like one of these filters, this bio filter, and then this has the air blower there. That's basically to stir up the media and clean out all the gunk when you need to clean it. Here's the first bog filter. You can make out all the gunk on there. So here's where the water enters into the bog itself. Goes through here. Then I left this part open so that I can basically do something like this to clean it out. Either use a shop vac or something to suck water out. But right now, since I don't have any fish in here, I'm gonna blow all this air from this guy into here and hopefully stir all that up, and then it's gonna go all into the pond, and then I can drain it out from the filter. And then I'll do the same to that one, which has the same exact thing over there. Because I have all the water coming into this one, there's a lot, so I don't want it to shoot up into this blower when I turn it off. So I grab this ball valve just to be safe. So I'll stick this here, have it closed off. When I turn the air blower on, I'll turn it on, and then that'll shoot air all down into there. You can see it's stirring that all up. All that gunk's going down there. So this is definitely working well. As you can see, the pond is all dirty now, and it's stirring this up quite a bit. It doesn't get everywhere though. Like right over here, it doesn't really stir it up. So basically underneath here, there's a PVC grid with pipes going across with slits in it. So that's where all the bubbles are coming from. And over here, this stuff doesn't really clean out or go out this way. So ideally, probably what I should have done if I had more space with this bog to set it up better is had a spot with like a 12-inch pipe or something, just going straight down to the bottom with holes around it and no lava rock inside. And then what I would do is I would stick a sump pump in there and pump the water out when I do this, instead of having it come down into here. So that would be ideal probably. I mean, I could technically do that over there later on if I wanted to, but right now this works pretty well. It stirs it up. I mean, it's getting a bunch of gunk out of here. The only problem is I don't want to waste water. It's just circulating into here, and then it's going back into the filter. So whatever the filter doesn't catch, it's coming out over here. But otherwise, after I'm done airing this one out, I'm gonna air that one out over there, and then I'm just gonna drain the water out of this pond anyway, because I need it lower so I can fix that leak, which is right over there, that hole. But so far it works pretty well. As you can see here, the water's kind of more stagnated than over here. It's probably because these plants, or maybe the water that's coming into this pipe from the filter itself, mainly goes over there. So the cleaning process doesn't work too well over here. I mean, it's gonna settle out and eventually go out, and definitely clean a bunch of gunk out of the filter that was at the bottom and so forth. So it worked well. But as I said, definitely if I had like a area to put a sump pump, that'd be probably ideal. Over here where I have my filtration system is where I have these manifolds. So right now all the water's going to the bog that I was just doing, which is bog 1. So now I'll open it up and have all the water go to the bog number 2, and then I'll close off bog number 1, and then I can clean out that other one. The only thing is these valves are kind of crap, so even if they're shut off all the way, water still gets through them. But majority is gonna go to the one. So now that this one's open, I close this guy over here. Now all the water is going through here. Here we have bog number 2. There's a lot more growing in here. The water is going out from the bottom. And then we got the same piping system over here, and got air blower on here. Now that guy is all on. You can see all the, I mean, it stirs it up quite a bit. So it's just a matter of it exiting the bog, which is probably the problem. So we'll see how that goes. You can see it's working pretty well. All that nasty water coming out, all the dirt. can see all the gunk or the dirty water at the bottom. So it's a good thing I don't have the fish in here, because this would probably kill them. And I think it worked pretty well. It could work better, as I said, if I had some way to pump it out or some pump in there. So right now I'll drain all this water out with my filtration system. Then I probably still have to stick a sump pump in here just to drain it out lower. Here's my filter. It's an Aquadyne biofilter. It's got some parts from different things as well. There's my pump. So what I'll first do is, since there's going to be gunk in here, I'm going to use this air blower to basically stir up all that, and then it's going to go out the backwash. So first you want to basically turn it to backwash. And then here it's got a valve and a check valve just to make sure water doesn't come up in there. Typically I'll just turn this on first and then open this up. And now that's going to stir up all the media in here. And how you use the air blower on the filters, you don't just turn it on and let it sit for a while. You'll turn it on and off, basically like 30 seconds on, then off, then 30 seconds on and then off, so it can settle, and then you can stir it back up, settle, stir it back up again. So that's pretty much how it goes with this guy. And then after I'm done with the blower, all I got to do is just plug in the pump and start draining it. So it's gonna come out my backwash, and this is gonna go to the garden where all the trees are and so forth. You can see just how nasty that water is. This is all from just the bogs, and it's gonna drain until the bottom right there, and then I'll use this guy and I'll pump the water from there into, I have a overflow up there, so I'll just stick the end of the hose into that 1-inch overflow, and then I'll just pump the water out. The sump pump is going to pump from there down into this overflow. Might work. It works to some extent, but probably majority of the water's coming out. Added this little extender, and now it works perfectly. So now it's sucking all the water from the bottom. How to get it in there and move it to the center. Now it's going out there, and then this water actually goes all the way over there where my apple tree is. That's as low as I'm gonna get it, which is pretty good given the pump I have. It's probably also got that low because I don't know if you can make it out, but it's kind of bulging underneath because there's a hole, so the water kind of pushing it up, and it weighed down the most in the center. So that's good. I mean, I don't have a shop vac or a pond vacuum to suck up all the other stuff, but once I get the filter up and running, it will catch all that. Well, that pretty much sums up this video. I would say it did a pretty good job in terms of cleaning those 2 bog filters using that air blower. It could be better, to mention, if I had like a pipe in the bogs with a sump pump to be able to pump out all the gunk, but otherwise I was able to get the water pretty low, get a bunch of that gunk out, and pretty much clean those bogs the best I could do with that method. Otherwise, if you did like this video, remember to check out this one up here, and I'll see you in the next one.